Hello and welcome to Coil Wars 10K Build-Off, a coil building competition that opened its gates to the entire Coil Wars Facebook community. We asked all who were interested to submit their best builds until only one builder stands in each of our three tiers: beginner, intermediate, and master. Over 250 builders took this idea and ran with it. I'm Nick Devine, and last video we looked at the top 10 builds from each division that made it past the Coil Wars staff's judging. But then we picked 3 judges to do an even harder task and break them 10 builds down to 3. 3 of the best builds in each tier to move on to the next round. The community is so helpful that we had our picks of whatever judges pretty much we wanted. But like Dwayne Rambo said, he wanted to pick 3 judges that he would want judging his very own builds. So here are the 3 judges that were picked. James Mel, or Taxi Jim 71, a veteran builder. If I was in this competition, he would put me in beginner. That's how much of a vet he is. Dwayne says his knowledge of the roots of building and storytelling about it is special. When Dwayne said this, he made me think of Richie Oliver. Builders like this are great to have around. I can ask Richie who does the super long, clean stovetop builds for Dot Mod. Oh, that's Taxi Jim. Who made the first dragon skin? That's Big Kev. I imagine I could say to Jim, who makes kidney puncher wire their bitch? And he'd say Kyle Jones. First, Kyle Jones is our second judge. He is your favorite builder's favorite builder. He is to Kidney Puncher what MJ is to Nike. Clean builds, Enigma's second to none. One of my top favorite builders. I'd love to get caught in a build-off with him. Probably get my ass kicked, but it'd be fun to watch. And his photography, amazing. Speaking of photography, how about our third judge? Sarb Matharu, or Brahma Sutra 68. He is one of the first guys I seen stack his coil picks. Photography off the charts. Coil building, forget about it. For a while I thought Sarb didn't own a round bit to wrap coils, making the knuckle build like it's his job. A perfect coil to match them 6 stacks. A member of Team Goon who was an asset to the community. Thank you to all judges for supporting this and just for judging these rounds. I know it was super hard. It was super hard just to get down to 10, I'm sure, and just breaking it down to 3. Thank you. Before I give you the top 3, I want to show you guys, just backtrack a little bit and show you all the top 10 builds real quick, and then I'll give you the top 3 and your challenges for next week. First up is the beginners. Jason Richards with a Fuse Clapton. Alberto Castienda with a Fuse Clapton. Jason Campbell with a Stagger Fuse Clapton. Jesse Lawrence with a Stagger Fuse Clapton parallel. Andy Oliveros with a Stagger Fuse Clapton. Joseph Barker with an Alien. Philip Genuine with a half stag. Travis Hart, Stagger Fuse Clapton. Luke Johnson with the Braid. Aaron Nelson with the Alien. Now the top 3 builds for this round were Aaron Nelson, Jesse Lawrence, and Jason Campbell. The winner of this round was Aaron Nelson. Your challenge for next week is to do anything zippers. No other rules, just anything zippers. So for the beginners round, anything zippers. Alright? You don't have to worry about 2 cores or anything, as long as it's zippers. Zippers are usually 2 twisted wires twisted in opposite directions next to each other to cause that zipper effect. So that's your challenge for next week. On to the intermediate. Here are the top 10 for the intermediate challenge. Michael Black with the Interlock Aliens. Peter Onions with the Mohawk Paraclapception. Dustin Dunn with the Tricord Stagger Fuse Staples. Staggered frame staples. Sean Hurley with the Clapception Stagger Fuse Clapton Inception. Adam Wood Inception Helix over an Alien. Trace Dempter, stapled Helix variant. Brian Helig, Helix Alien. Jarrett Jackson, staple Stagger Fuse Clapton. Joe Maddox, Enigma Interlock. Steve Geyer, staple Stagger Fuse Clapton, Staggerton Hybrid. The top 3 builds for the intermediate were Adam Wood, Brian Helig, and Jarrett Jackson. The number 1 build that won was Adam Wood. Adam Wood was our winner for intermediate. So your next challenge for the next round will be to do anything staggered. Stagger tins or staple Stagger Fuse Claptons, as long as you have stagger in there. Stagger round wire or staggered ribbon, staggered whatever. No other rules, just make it a staggered build. That's your challenge for next week. Okay, on to the Masters. Here's the top 10 Masters. Luke Tingley with the pitchforks. Dario Martinez, the Felix Inception. Corey Coils with that crazy braid. Mace Coils with the stitched razorback Komodo Dragon Razor. Cameron Moore with the Hybrid Inception Evil Twins. Zayon Zanel, Skip Fuse, Stagger Fuse, Clapton, Framed Fused. Philip Torton, Half Staggered Binary Variant. Bones the Skater, Clapception, Staple Stagger Fuse Clapton. Jan Thomas, Razor Enigma Inception. Josh Chilton, Pitchfork, Pregnant with a Stitched Alien. So your top 3 builds for the Master were Luke Tingley, Cameron Moore, and Mass Coils. The winner of that round was Luke Tingley. Your challenge for next week is to do any build as long as it's in one of these 3 forms. Stovetop, Inception, or a cage build. Anything you want to do, stovetop, Inception, cage build. Doesn't matter, just be one of them 3 coils. And that's it. That's your challenge for next week. So now, when are the builds due? The builds are due next Saturday. It should be Friday, but I'm going to ask Dwayne to do Saturday because it's my fault that the videos are late. I don't think you guys should have to rush to do your builds. I should have to not rush to do my video, but the pressure should be more on me. So I'm going to ask Dwayne if you can submit it on Saturday noon, Saturday the 10th at noon Eastern Time, not midnight, 12 noon Eastern Time. This way we can get it to the judges then, and then hopefully they could get it to me by mid-Sunday, and I could have that video out Sunday or Monday, somewhere in between there. I'd love to get it out Sunday. I'm going to get this video filmed, everything besides the results, and hopefully I can get it to you Sunday. If not, I'm going to do my best. Everybody's going to do their best. I think that the judges could get it down in a decent time because it's not as many builds, so I'm hoping that's what happens. But things happen, you know, and we're just going to do our best. So thanks everybody for being patient. I apologize. You know, lots of the being late is my fault, but I also was thinking about the Super Bowl and everything, and it just would have been hard to get the video out. And would you guys even want it on Sunday? Who knows? Are they all excuses? Maybe. But either way, I also apologize for the last video. It was a little rushed, and that's probably because it was rushed. I wanted to get it out for you. It was hard to get it down to the top 10, and it took all them days. And, you know, that night that I put it up, that's when I did that video. So it was a little rushed. Typically, I like to do my best at everything I do, but that one was rushed. Hopefully, you guys noticed that I kind of took my time a little bit more with this one, and I hope you enjoy. Other than that, we want to send a special thanks out to everybody that helped, everybody in the Coil Wars family, in the Coil Wars, you know, Facebook group, everybody that submitted the build, everybody that put the word out, the judges for sure. Dwayne Rambo, thank you. I don't think he gets enough credit for just being the creator of Coil Wars. And just if you want to support Coil Wars, we now have the hats and the shirts and everything. So there's actually a post in the Facebook Coil Wars, and what that's going to support is prizes for something like this. Actually, people are going to be putting up money for the prizes, so for them people to get paid back, that's all from the merchandise and everything that they sell. So I know there's a post up with a link to where you can buy your Coil Wars gear and everything. So go check that out, please. Other than that, I'll see you next week. I'll get the video out as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. And guys, great job. Everybody did a great job. Everybody. So, peace out. Have a good weekend. And I'll see you next week. One more thing, I almost forgot. To post the pictures that you are going to put up for the next round. Post them in the same exact spot. Beginner go to beginner, intermediate go to intermediate, and master go to master. You don't have to put up just one picture. Put up a couple pictures. I'd like to show a couple pictures of each build. I don't care how many you do. I'll put them all in the video. So give me a couple pictures, all of you. Give me a couple pics, and we'll put them all in the video. Also, put your Instagram name somewhere near there, and definitely add the specs. I would ask that anybody that's not in this round to not post anything in them threads, to just make it just for this build off for now. So if you could do that, that would be great. But post your builds there, same place as you did before, and as many pictures as you want. Put your Instagram name, specs, all that stuff. Alright, thanks, and I'll see you next week.